Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live. It's Wednesday, so you know what that means. It means an AEW live stream tonight. Going to be a fun one, folks. Lots to talk about, lots to get into. Crazy rumors, crazy stories, and of course, the fans are out there at war. We're going to get into all of it here tonight, folks. It's going to be a fun one. So get in that chat, click all the buttons, but don't forget to strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream, and we are the channel that just brings you more live wrestling than anybody else out there. Happy to be back at it again. Hopefully, everyone out there is doing well. You're happy, healthy, and safe. Your week is going good. You put Hump Day in the books, Friday Junior tomorrow, and of course, the weekend is almost upon us. So much to talk about in the wrestling world. So much going on this card tonight. As always with Wednesdays, lots of hope, lots of excitement. We want Dynamite to bring it on the go-home show for Dynasty tonight. Crazy week here on the channel. We got AEW tonight. Of course, we're back at it tomorrow with the Dynasty preview and prediction show. Sunday, we are here for Dynasty itself, a marathon stream with so much more coming your way. Our WrestleMania preview and predictions is coming up. Our mega streams coming up. Our marathon streams are coming up. So much to talk about, so much to get into. But welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the show. Hope, again, you are doing well. I will remind everybody out there, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. And it's a pleasure to be back at it. Like I said, always a fun night. I know there's been a lot of talk, a lot of buzz, a lot of back and forth, a lot of venom and toxicity out there. But we are going to start tonight on the right foot. We are optimistic for what we are going to get. And I will say hello to the people momentarily as we are about 11 minutes away from the start of the show. I will remind you, go get your merch now. Our merch store down below. Click the link. We got all types of stuff, but you can get your WFU Wrestling Fans United. Welcome to the Wrestling Fan United channel, if you will. But if you are new here, we are the Wrestling Fans United. We are not the IWC. We are trying to find the good in wrestling. We're trying to be on the positive side of things. Doesn't always work, and we're not always happy. But, I mean, it always makes for a good time. That being said, tonight's crazy. As Ospreay's back in the mix, we get the bracket announced for the Owen Hart Classic for the men's and women. Tony Storm, Penelope Ford. We'll talk about that later. Cope taking on Claudio. This is an interesting matchup. A lot of things could happen with this. And then, of course, a mixed tag match as Moxley and Marina are going to take on Willow and Swerve. So crazy night, trying to set up a lot. I expect a lot of, a lot of things building for Dynasty. Want to put, the final touches on some of the things that we're going to get at Dynasty and really amp it up, get really excited for what should be a good pay-per-view. I mean, the last couple AEW pay-per-views have been solid for the most part. Couple odds and sods in there. But for the most part, we're getting banger matches. So this one we're excited for. Last year's Dynasty was really good. So hoping the same for this week. But again, folks, as I said, we will be here for all your wrestling, all your fun. Make sure you be a friend, tell a friend. We just passed 6.7K subscribers. So thank you for that. We appreciate it. Myself, Anthony, Nick are humbled and gracious by your time, your generosity, and your submission to the channel, if you should call it that. But with all that being said, I'm going to say hello to the people and get this ball rolling as, what are we looking at? 9 minutes on the clock. So let's go. Kevin, first one in the chat tonight. What is up? Eric, how you doing? How you doing? TNA, rest in peace, Val Kilmer. Batman, one of the Batmans, is no longer with us. So still relatively young by our standards in today's day and age. So yeah, T's and P's for sure. What do we got here? Thursday Night War. Yeah, so later in the month, for those who don't know, Collision is not going to compete with WrestleMania. Smart choice by Tony, smart choice by AEW. Doesn't matter what they do. So they're doing night 2 of Spring Breakthrough, which is their celebration of bypassing WCW, bypassing Nitro in longevity. So Wednesday night we get part 1. Thursday night we get part 2. We will be here on that Thursday. We are covering Spring Breakthrough. We are covering TNA Impact, TNA Unbreakable. Yeah, they doubled up. We don't know why. Unbreakable is going to be that night, and GCW Bloodsport 13. We're going to be here live for all of it, folks. When we say we watch more live wrestling than anybody else out there, we walk it. We don't just talk it, we walk it. So looking forward to all of that. Jason, welcome back. Does milk come in cans? Well, I mean, you get condensed milk or what we call carnation milk, but no, our bags, our milk comes in either bags or cartons. I know you guys do like gallon jugs. I think most places, but yeah, we get our milk in bags or cartons. Fun fact of the day. Damien, welcome back. It's official, aka Rusev. So yeah, Rusev, Miro officially resigned. So this has been going around. Mike Johnson reported it. Miro apparently going to be back in the mix. A lot of speculation. What does that mean for Lana? Are we going to get Rusev Day? Where does he fit into the mix? Where does he fit into the mold? Again, it feels like another move that's going to pay off. Another move that's going to, another reason to watch the show. So, yeah, I mean, very interesting. I like Rusev. I even liked his God AEW character. It just never paid off. And we never got anything but the vignettes, the promos. It never led to anything. So maybe Malachi Black and Miro can run back whatever they were going to do in their AEW days, but do it proper. Ken, good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Wonder if it'll be on Max tonight. It hasn't been on the last 2 weeks. I seen you and Nick go back and forth about this, so I'll leave it be. But good to see you, Frankie. Gnarly. Looking forward to the rants. We'll see. I mean, again, there's always plenty to talk about on a Wednesday night. There's a couple things I'm itching to rant about, and I'm sure they'll come up as we go. But thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoy my lunacy. Am Lion. Oh boy, I can't wait to see the shit show. No, that's positive. At least you can't wait and you're excited, seemingly. But yes, try to start on a good note. So later when I'm freaking out and someone calls me an AEW hater for the 19th time this week, we have standing of like, he started happy. I am happy. And I'm starting to think I hate the fans more than I hate the wrestling. But we'll talk about it. Thank you for that, Nick. Hope you're doing well, Big Nick. Wrestling God back in the house, repping that Wrestling for Life and that Wrestling Fans United for Life. I love it. I love it. I love it, sir. Let's go. WFU, got to rep. Keep building the WFU up. Try and be a positive fan out there. You can tell somebody whatever they said was wrong. You just don't have to be a complete ass about it. You don't have to be mean-spirited about it. I actually had a really nice exchange with a big AEW account for the same reason. But I answered. Their response was, I don't really see it the way you see it. It was like, cheers, mate. That's how it should be. It should be good. It should be cordial. Vance, what's up? Frankie, got you. Jose, welcome back. Baby Man Gaming, welcome back. I almost said baby mama. Happy Rusev Day. Mike Russo, welcome. Or Roos. Baby Man Gaming got you. Addy, welcome back. William Berg, good to see you. TJ, Damien, the leader of the Hopium Tribe. Bash 8, always a pleasure. 316, I'm so sick of rain and ice in Michigan. 316, I'm not that far from you, sir. And yes, we, in my neck of the woods, got snow, ice. Like it's just white. I look out the window of the office and it's grossly white. It was a horribly cold, blizzardy day today. Got thunder and lightning and snow and ice rain. And yeah, the end is nigh. Be nice to people. Who knows? But Stoner, may the blunt be with you. How you doing, sir? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Odds, good to see you. Gregory, welcome back. Welcome back. Jose, KJ, submit to me. Let's go. Y'all got to win an accidental peek behind the curtain on that one. Wesley, welcome. Johnny F50, how are you tonight? Boston Gamer, always a pleasure, sir. How you doing? Getting ready for those playoffs? Those NHL play? Oh, wait, never mind. My bad. Bagged milk, y'all so weird. But I mean, it's cost effective because you get like 3 1-liter bags and you put it in a little plastic holder and then you just like snip the corner off the bag and you pour your milk. It's handy, I guess. I don't know. Floyd Bennett, KJ, think more matches are going to be announced for AWPLE or pay-per-view? Yes, I do, Floyd. Tony Khan has done 2 things as of recent. He's done a better job of keeping the card, not as many, but then last pay-per-view, it kind of snapped back to old habits. And he's doing this tricky little thing where, especially, 100% on the pre-show, is he's doing unadvertised, unannounced matches on the pre-show. He's just slipping them in. Almost like if he announces them, then maybe people won't care. So I don't know. It's an odd thing. I do expect more matches. I do expect last-minute matches because that's been Tony's MO. But I think you got a really solid card, and we've talked about it a lot here on this channel. Quality over quantity. If you can give me 8-9 solid matches, we're good. You don't need 14 matches with 6 or 7 mediocre to okay matches. We saw it last pay-per-view. If they had cut off 2 or 3 matches, that pay-per-view cooks is a 10. But they had a couple more matches than they should have, and those matches pull down the whole class average. Terrell, welcome back. Milk bags make good jail weights. Touche. Floyd got you. Odds got you. Jerome, welcome back. Ronan, 17 days away. Wow, time flies. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. How you doing? Gregory, this is how I debut Miro. KJ Cena wins a Mania. The lights go out and put Miro. Oh, there you go. I mean, again, one of Cena's, arguably one of his best or biggest nemesis. So, I mean, I could see an angle there. Yeah, absolutely. Why not? High hopes. Always high hopes. You got to have those high hopes. Rest and proud. Welcome back. Bradley, good to see you. I got lightning, thunder and lightning, and sleep too. Yeah, no, I mean, it was a weird, wonky day. It's cold outside. And again, it's ice and slush and messy and gross. And I know some places in central U.S., as well as us, calling for like a ridiculous amount of rain over the next few days. So stay safe, folks. Be nice to somebody today. Make friends. That is your time. Make friends. Be nice to people. Make new friends. Every day, just be polite. Dre, I'm your Huckleberry. Love it. That's one of the best movie lines ever. I still throw that line out there once in a while. Dre, honestly, I love that movie. Probably Val Kilmer's best role ever, and that line kills. I'll be your Huckleberry. That's so good. Brandon, welcome. As I'm getting the violence warning right now, I don't know if this works out in other countries, but in Canada, they warn you if you're about to get some violence on your TV. But ladies and gentlemen, if you want to sync up with me as we go live, I got the pyro. I got the logo. We are ready to go. I will keep going through this chat. Blow it up here tonight. I want to see triple digits. I want to see 200. I want to see 500. Let's go. Be a friend, tell a friend, and keep it coming. If you haven't hit that like button, make sure you do so as well, as we're still a little low. We can get that up to triple digits. Let's go. But we're opening with the Death Riders. So Claudio Cope out the gate. Interesting. No anything, straight into the music. So, or is it the tag match opening? It's the tag match. It's a tornado tag match. So, folks, I will put a poll up. We are opening the night mixed tag. John Moxley, Marina Shafir taking on Willow and Swerve. Let me know who you taking, who you got, who you like, why. I mean, after I feel like Moxley's trying to avoid main event spots because he knows he's killing the ratings. See how it helps if he gets the lead in here. Maybe he gets some bonus views for John Moxley. And we will talk about Max. We will talk about the ratings. Nick and I touched on this last night, but my God, what a heated battle. Plus, tonight we are announcing the bracket for the Owen Hart, and Bret Hart went and pissed everybody off. Holy shit. Bum, bum, bum. I thought this might be the main event tonight, but I was wrong. But get your votes in. The poll is up now. Ladies and gentlemen, I will say again, welcome to the channel. If I haven't said hello to you yet, I'm certainly going to try. But make sure you get in there. Make sure you become a member. Use the super chat if you want to stand out. We guarantee we click on the super chats. And make sure you're a part of all the fun, all the shows, all the good times here at the Wrestling for Life Network. Jason got you. Wrestling Proud got you. Chair. Top Secret is underrated. Let's go. Mr. Noob's in the house. I think I went past you, though, bud. Where is Mr. Noob? But here comes Willow. Evolve's newest episode is live. Yeah, so, I mean, I put this out on X a couple days ago. I'll keep asking this question, but I am very curious how many wrestling fans are watching Evolve on a Wednesday live. What's up, Paul? How you doing? Gregory, got you. What theme is now for Dynamite? So the funny story about that, right? I mean, will the Leafs do anything in the playoffs, though? Yeah, I know. It's not very often I get to make that chirp. So, yeah, you got a point. You got a point, sir. I got no comeback on that one. What's up, Rance? How you doing? There you go. So, Nick helping out. Appreciate it, Nick. Glad you got it, Frankie. I got Swerve Strickland walking out. Mixed tag is opening tonight. Good, get this shit over with. Yeah, get the worst stuff done, right? Swerve and Willow for the win. Yeah, I'm curious. Get your votes in. I'm going to go Mox Shafir, man. I think you kind of got to get the champ looking strong. The champ hasn't looked good. Well, we're off and fighting. Get in the ring. I'll be your huckleberry bearer. I'll be your hucklebearer. Oh, yes. Very appropriate today. Let's go. Eating pizza and watching AEW. Sweet deal. What's up, Roll Tide? Am Lion. Welcome back. I think I got you already. True Lifetimes. Willow doing the American males clap. Willow should be a merchandising machine. She is the second coming of Bailey. Like, she's so bubbly, so outgoing. This is a lady that if you booked her right, she could really have that, like, that kind of Kofi Mania, yes movement kind of vibe where everybody gets behind her and she keeps falling short. You know, to me, that would really help build up Mercedes Moné is a challenger like that. Moné taking all these out-of-town bookings and all these irrelevant bookings isn't helping her. If she opposed somebody that the fans really loved right now, because a lot of the fans really don't like Mercedes, Willow is the great counterpoint to that. But we're getting a table. By the way, Moxley and Marina kind of coordinating their outfits tonight. Good to see. They started quick. Yes, they did, Richard. Good to see Mox is wrestling earlier and earlier every week. Yeah, right? He's just sliding down that card. Smile mark. Let's go. I'm going to guess either Mina Shirakawa or Sky Blue are Owen Hart wild card. Could be. Mina makes a lot of sense. Sky Blue's been on the shelf, so that could happen. 57% going with Willow Swerve. Mox Shafir getting 26. Nobody getting 17. As right now, Willow getting beat up in the ring and Swerve getting beat up on the table. And the crowd is booing kind of. Mox keeps title till All In and Will beats him. I'd be okay with that, Puff. I don't love the idea. Actually, let me rephrase. I like the outcome, but I almost want then Swerve beating Mox will beat Swerve at All In. Swerve will Ospreay for a world title, main eventing a pay-per-view. Let him go. Just like let him go. And you don't even have to ask any questions. You two go do your thing. It could be and would be one of those matches we talk about for a long time, I think. Better than Ospreay Moxley. Moxley's doing nothing for me. And more online and overall, Moxley's not turning anybody's crank very hard. There's a few crazy folks out there, but it's dwindling. They started quick, no wasting time. Willow working on Marina on the outside, up against the guardrail. Swerve Mox in the ring. Big drop kick. And I like at least there's action on the outside tonight. They're not just laying there waiting for their spot. Crowd getting live for Swerve. Of course, they're fighting outside. Yeah, get in the ring, get in the ring, get in the ring. This match is kind of busy. Absolutely. Quick start. Mr. Noob, there you go. Please don't compare Willow to the current day Charisma Vampire Bailey. Hugger Bailey. Hugger Bailey. You got to give me some points on that one. It's definitely the Hugger Bailey vibe. Johnny, let's get Mercedes versus Toni Storm after Athena. Potentially. I mean, again, I think that Mercedes honestly avoids that type of matchup because she doesn't want to look bad. That's my honest opinion. And I could be wrong, but she seems to be, there's a lot of really talented wrestlers that she seems to be avoiding. Dun, 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 dun. Vance got you. I'm just trying to browse too quick. If I missed you, I do apologize. Puff Dutch, by the way, I don't know if I said hello to you. Haven't watched Dynamite in at least 3 months. Ouch. See? And then, you know, if you said that out loud online, oh, you're just a shill. You're a bot. You're probably paid by the Fed. It's crazy. It's crazy. Crazy times. Crazy times. The match has been fun. Match has been okay. That's what I want to know. Why they take Jay out of the Owen if not injured. Has he been taken out? Is that a thing? Mox should go somewhere like CZW. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, even if he was like the champion GCW, it works well for him, that style. Again, I mean, if that's what you are as AEW, then be it. But it's kind of like they don't know what they are, right? Like the show at times lacks like an identity. Wait, what happened? Yeah, I'm curious. I'm with Mark. Mark, good to see you. Bradley again gifting out some love. We can't thank you enough, Bradley. Big shout out. Not sure what this one is, but I'm sure you had a good reason. I haven't watched a full NXT in a month. You're missing out. We've had some good ones. NXT's been good, bro. I know you had your issues, but I kind of like what they're doing. Tony would bury Mercedes on the mic. Fact, 100%. Oh, Moxley's got Willow. This match is slowing down a little, but you would imagine it would. Mox has the hook up. Swerve's in. Oh, they botched. So Swerve is threatening Marina. Moxley is threatening Willow. We got to stand off. The crowd's just, there you go. Both women down. Both men face to face. And then we get a bit of a clunky spot. Weird. Okay. Whoa, okay. This match has got a little clunky here in the late going. Almost like some of the participants forgot what was up. Nice move by Marina. Brindley Reeves versus Zeta Steel. Okay. They said in the commentary just now that Death Riders attacked Jay White before the show started, and he's out of the Owen. They did say he getting checked, so maybe an angle. Okay. Oh, on the apron, we're getting a bit of a... Nope. That was bad. We had a really rough spot. Marina had a tough time getting Willow up. Willow comes down hard. Little botchy, a little tough spot. But Marina, instead of adjusting, they just said, screw it. And you saw Willow do the jump. and kind of didn't take that as flat as you'd like her to take it. I've tried so many times, I just can't do it. I'm too much of the black and gold guy era. Nothing will ever compare. Okay. Nothing compares to you. As we go to pitcher and pitcher, folks. But, I mean, it's good. It's good. This match is chaos. Out of the gate, folks, we are about 25 minutes into the stream, which makes us about 11 minutes into the show. So they didn't waste any time getting into the action. Just, I thought it was going well. Chaos, kind of fun. Not bad by any stretch. Then they had a point where I think they had like seemed like a kind of arranged spot they were hoping to pull off. That got a little messy, led to some clunkiness. They're battling through the commercial break here, so bad timing on that table. Yeah, it didn't look good. Where the best wrestle. Eesh. Marina could not pick her up. Nope, couldn't get her up. And then Willow just said, screw it, I'm going to jump. And then with Marina kind of pushing off on the jump, it just, it wasn't, Val Kilmer was in Willow. Pause on all of that. But yes, he was. What's up, Sin? Yeah, no, couldn't get her up. And then, like I said, she just didn't come down nice and flat. I hope she's okay. She came down hard. Sunny, the new intergender belt on the way. Maybe. Sunny, nothing shocks me. It could be. They've talked about it. Marina doing too much in this match, and she looks bad. Again, it just like it's once you kind of get into the deep waters and later in the match, you start seeing kind of what were we gonna do? Where are you going? Where am I going? What? So yeah, a little tricky. It's also looks like they're out of shape and not enough for ring time. Yeah, I would agree. I mean, again, we talked about this in the past, Chair. We talked about it with Britt Baker, with some of the other people we've seen come in and out. Easy for me to say. With some of that, like a Brit, when you're away for 6 months and then you come back in and you get thrown on TV, you're going to be rusty. It's anything. Christ, if you don't play a video game long enough, when you pick that controller back up, you need a minute. So you can only imagine the timing and everything. So again, now if they're out on the indies and such getting reps, that's great. But yeah, no dice. He'd be more at home. Yeah, probably. So Swerve gets popped. Now Moxley scratching the back. Everybody's sitting on their butt, smiling. So we're setting up the double suplex. Again, another bit of a slow spot. But here's Willow. Oh, crowd up. Some of the crowd on their feet. Superplex powerbomb combo. I've been seeing the people that are supposed to go up lately like sandbagging. I've been seeing the people that are supposed to be going up lately sandbagging. Oh, like going up to take the move? Yeah, I mean, never good. You throw out your back, you hurt your shoulder, you don't get dropped properly. So I don't know what the idea behind. Is it sandbagging or is it just literally not pulling it off? Accidental sandbagging. James Ellsworth is the intergender champion, at least last time I checked. Let's go. There you go, Puff. You came to the right place. Why is Jay White? Again, I'm hearing it with you guys. So, whoa, big kick. Down goes Mox. Willow. Cannonball. Okay. Swerve up and over, down on Mox. The only way to, yeah, no shit. Tonight's Evolve show is absolutely stacked, KJ. It's a double main event. I did hear that, Damien. That's pretty interesting. I am really curious at how many people are watching Evolve. I mean, it's interesting. Could in a crazy world, could AEW actually lose fans or views to Evolve? Sup, Safit. What's up, Lady B? Intergender belts would not shock me. Moxley has an invisible belt. Facts. Moxley. Oh, arm drag. Okay. Or a hip lock, sorry. Moxley blocks. And I don't know what that move was, but he turned it into a Kachachame. Kid Revos, how you doing? How much did Marina get in the past? She looked rough in the past. Now she's thrown this match with no tune-up. I would agree, right? Like, and it kind of shows. Moxley choking out Swerve. Willow is being wrapped up by Marina. I guess Marina's got a bit of a triangle here. But Willow power bombs Marina onto Moxley. Ospreay tonight. He's going to main event All In, and I'll be there. Puff, I think that's awesome that you're going to be there. But I hope so. I hope so. Let's go. That's how we do. That's how we do. AJ, welcome back. Assisted suplex spot. We do that a lot. Wrestling is awesome. Robert, isn't it awesome? It's so good. Sammy and Tay will be great. Yeah. Did they not hold those belts in AAA? Maybe. I think that happened. Nightingale is going to show up and show out tonight. As we get a forearm spot, by the way, the action has not stopped. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, that's what we're doing. I think Moxley's trying to get into Guinness for the most slaps thrown. And he's biting his face. Flipping the bird for the third time this match. For whatever reason, Oh, they pulled it off. Got their wires crossed a little, but got there. And we get the flatliner. Heels are not supposed to get the tables, right? You know, I mean, again, not an absolute saffit, but generally it's probably better. Oh, Marina takes the house call. Shafir pushes Moxley out of the way. Swerve kicks Shafir. Willow pumped up. Neon Rush. And there it is. And Marina takes the pin. Now, does that make you nervous that Moxley's winning a Dynamite or a Dynasty? Let me know. Let me know. Where do the green wrestlers in AEW train, and why isn't it Ring of Honor? Mr. Noob, I love this question. We've talked about this a lot. I've been a big advocate. I mean, Rampage went away, so maybe Collision's the answer, and you stack Collision with some of your Ring of Honor talent. Might work. But ultimately, Ring of Honor should be their developmental. A lot of the young faces that we see, the Hooks, the Nick Waynes, even the Sammys, who I know Sammy's half the tag team champion, they should be down there cultivating. They should be down there honing. Oh, wow. Did Mox just take out Willow? Moxley wiped out Willow. Asshole chance break out. 99. I like that. I like that, AJ. 29. Ooh, you're catching up. I'm at a cozy 46 at the moment. Death Riders lose, Swerve losing at Dynasty. Facts. But again, Moxley and Shafir just going over the guardrails. Swerve could get him if he wanted him. But Willow has been taken out by Mox. Oh, this is going to cause some debate. Thank you, fuck. What do you think, folks? What do you think? Willow needs some medical attention. The building has gone quiet. Wow. That son of a bitch. As we go, and I'll get back to Mr. Noob's question in a second, but we are getting the replay of Collision. Again, Dax having issues. Dax needs a tissue. He's got all kinds of issues. Swerve acting like a video game character who can't cross a barrier, right? His feet are moving, but he just stuck. So we're in the back with the referee. Dax is paying his fine and doing a public apology for putting his hands on an official. AEW first, folks. The referee must have been afraid for his life. That was brutal. Sup, KJ, do you agree with Bret Hart's comment? Greg, come back to me on this one. I want to talk about it. This is one of my favorite things of the day. I will be honest. I love Bret Hart, and I might love Bret Hart for some of the wrong reasons at this point. Just his bitterness is so, it's just, his bitterness brings me so much joy. That sounds selfish, doesn't it? It does a little bit, but my God. But Dax is apologizing. I will come back to that. I want to finish off what I was thinking with Mr. Noob as well. What up, Kev? How you doing? But yeah, back to, they don't have, they're letting the wrestlers come in with their own level of experience. Some are getting reps and training from schools or schools they work with or out on the indies. The problem is there's no consistency in that. If you use Ring of Honor as a developmental, took some of the experienced guys you have, like a Christopher Daniels, a Jerry Flynn, or Jerry Lynn, and put them all over there and let them train some of these young and up-and-comers, you can build some homegrown talent. You don't have to rely on people that WWE no longer finds, value in at this particular time. It allows you to grow that talent. Like, what's different about Nick Wayne now than 2 years ago when we first saw him? Nothing. What's different about Hook? Nothing. There's no developmental. So, again, I kind of think that Tony takes the approach of that doesn't fit into his job description. It's not what he's looking for. But, yeah, Wheeler walks off. So they're really selling this. Issues between Dax. I think Dax and Wheeler go heel. Does that allow us to set up Dax? Because we all know Tony. If one of the people he loves comes to him and says, hey, boss, I really want to do the following, it's going to be yes. I see a world where FTR turns on Edge. And out of nowhere, Christian is the one that saves him. And then they have a come to Jesus moment. They hug it out. We're always going to be bros. Christian stops making fun of people's dads or does it funny. And now we get Edge and Christian versus Dax and Wheeler at All In. Maybe I'm crazy. The crowd looked upset that Swerve didn't attack Moxley. I think if you're not being held back by officials, you should have been chasing them, and they should have jumped over the railing with urgency. They hopped over that fence like, my dad used to if we knocked a ball into the neighbor's yard. Like, took his sweet ass time to get out of there. Meanwhile, he just laid out Swerve's female partner. You think they would hightail it. Get out of here. Right? Swerve just standing there in the corner staring, like, okay, do something. I agree. Ref can't make money from a wrestler. The system's corrupt. Yeah, I don't know why he's giving the fine to the ref. Like, you get a fine, you pay the company. Interesting. What's up, Mega? How you doing? If anyone out there is wondering, we are on a commercial break. I will go through all my usual shout-outs in a moment. But Bret Hart is in a whole lot of shit right now. Bret Hart is taking hits left, right, and center. He's catching all the strays. They are not happy. Bret Hart, last week it was RVD. This week it's Bret Hart. It never seems to end at who is next to get thrown under the bus. Bret Hart, for those who don't know, did an interview. Somebody took a clip of that interview or a portion of that interview, and in that portion, it basically said, I think too many wrestlers are like acting and pretending to be wrestlers, especially AEW. They seem to do it a lot. I think everyone should stop acting and get back to real wrestling. Now, realistically, Brett didn't say, fuck you, AEW. Brett didn't say AEW sucks. Brett didn't say, they're terrible, they should fold. Brett didn't say each one of them should have bodily harm done to them. None of it. Didn't say any of it. Just gave his opinion on the wrestling I watch. This is what I think I'm seeing. And I see it more on this product than I do on that product. My God, you would have thought they kicked the family dog and smacked grandma with the rage, the anger, the how dare you, and well, this is where the best wrestle, we have better matches. First and foremost, I do want to address them. We're getting a replay of what happened with Willow. We're getting the replay of Mox, DDT, paradigm shift on Willow, and he didn't give Willow the paradigm shift that he gives the New Japan guys. He gave her a good one. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, I think that, again, Brett wasn't insulting. Brett wasn't in a bad way. But he gave an honest opinion. Eaten alive. His Legends check must have cleared. He's just saying what the company. Oh, of course, Bret Hart says that on AEW pay-per-view week. I can almost guarantee you, unless somebody sent him a flyer or an email, he has no idea Dynasty is on Sunday. Oh, here we go. We got the Will Ospreay, Kevin Knight. That's going to bang. Brody King, Takeshita, Hangman, Wildcard, Fletcher, Briscoe. Not bad, not bad. Briscoe's there to take an L. Can it really be Fletcher, Ospreay in the final? Ospreay's beating Knight. Takeshita's beating King. So we'll get Ospreay, Takeshita again. Hangman. That's interesting. Okay. All right, I'll get back to my rant in a second, but Brett just said stop acting. Yeah, again, I remember when I was, yeah, right? I mean, it used to be so easy. I love Hitman. Hitman's awesome. Brett's the GOAT. I stand by him. There you go. What blows my mind is, the man's a legend. And there's literally people who don't leave the house ever, have no sense of what it takes to be a wrestler or a human being, sitting there just jammering into this computer the most hateful, spiteful shit, trying to critique, oh, you're not even that good of a wrestler, you did this, you did, oh, like, it's insanity to me. And I ask this to anybody who's listening right now that's a diehard AEW fan. If Brett's wrong, and RVD's wrong, and Kevin Nash is wrong, and Jim Cornette's wrong, and Dutch Mantel's wrong, and the list goes on. I could see here all day. Not everybody can be wrong. One. Two, everyone's entitled to an opinion. And again, it might not sit with your views, but this constant need to diminish and deflect is insane. Like, A, you don't work for the company. B, are you that invested? Like, yes, it's your favorite wrestling, but is it enough to make you lose your mind? As here comes Timeless Tony. She will be taking on Penelope Ford. I will put a poll up, but it blows my mind. Again, if Brett had come out and said, my God, AEW is absolute garbage. You can't watch that shit for a second. It is atrocious. And fans wanted to say, how dare you? Maybe. But at the end of the day, the just sheer rage for an opinion. Now, the other part of this argument that Mr. New brings up real quick, and I know I'm long-winded on this one, but another issue with this is we get this whole online debate right now about the max numbers, and we talked about it last night. The fans got a breadcrumb of a win, and they went run into the top of the mountain so they could start singing and dancing and rejoicing. Here you have Bret Hart, a legend. Anybody that knows anything about wrestling thinks that Bret Hart's one of the GOATs. He's up there for sure. He's in the Rushmore conversation. He's in the top 10. The man had a fucking career. Born into wrestling. You don't believe his opinion. You don't want to hear his fucking opinion. But BJ, whatever, Bohat or Barat, or I don't know what the fuck his guy's name was, reports some fake max numbers that he picked up in a chat room. But that's a viable source on some wrestling. You got to pick your poison, both, folks. You can't have both. It blows my mind. You can't have both, right? And then anybody that pointed out, like, these don't seem accurate. These don't seem like they came from a good source. Well, those people are just idiots. Those people are you're bots, you're fake, you're phony, you're on the take. It is like mass paranoia. It is insanity. But we are off and running with Penelope and Tony, folks. But yeah, that's my long-winded answer to you, Mr. Noob, and everybody else out there. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. And these whole comment sections that are all these people pre-mad, pre-fighting. Oh, I bet they're going to say this about this. No one's saying anything. Yeah, man, this is fucking bullshit. Are you mad at each other? Are you mad at me? Who are you talking to? I don't know. Well, we are off and running. One of the best wrestlers in this entire company, Toni Storm, in the ring, folks. Athena. Listen, I like the Athena coming up, but I don't think Athena's going to win. So it makes me kind of scratch my head. Will wins Owen. I hope so. Ringsider. Bret Hart stood 10 toes down. He said what he said about AEW. 100%. 100%. And if you get him back on the phone right now and said, hey, Bret, a lot of AEW fans are mad. They think you're this and that. Oh, yeah? Tell them to fuck off. Like, he did, like, Bret don't care. Bret's not messing around. Bret is not holding back. He has no allegiances. And this idea, well, the WWE put him out there. He's on a Legends contract, so they tell him to go out and say that stuff because they're trying to hurt Dynasty. Really? That's how far we're going to take this, right? Like, what are we going to do, folks? I get it. You love AEW. I love AEW. I love AEW right now. But how far are you going to take it? How far do the delusions go? You know, I was walking down the street today, and I think a WWE sent one of their fans to follow me home because they're trying to take us AEW fans out, man. We better all get in one big bunker and go move in the desert. Anybody want some Kool-Aid? Dun, dun, dun. The women's tournament looks better than the men. You might have to fill me in on all the details. I know Athena is in the women's bracket. I think that's a good touch, but I kind of felt like they set it up that she was going after Mercedes. So we'll see how that plays out. Bring back Harley and the puppet. I miss Harley. Hashtag we want Harley was a thing, folks. That girl deserves some love. Tony got some shiny legs. Pre-mad, pre-fighting, pre-stupid. Bret started the Attitude Era. He was a big part of the start of that Attitude Era for sure. And again, you need the counter, right? Like DX needed this serious Bret Hart to get that done. And I know how Bret's career ended mucky. And I know Bret Hart's been the bitter old man for years. But you got to love him. I love it because every time they put him on camera, it's gold. And if people out there are like, he just says what the Fed tells him to say. Bullshit. Of all the people, Bret is not the guy like, okay, I'm going to say exactly what you want me to say. If that's the case, a lot of the shit that's been said over the years wouldn't have been said. Let's be real. You honestly think that Bret Hart's like, I'm going to go to do this shitty interview. What should I say? Or is he just saying kind of what he thinks? Who thinks Megan Bayne will beat Toni Storm? It's a hard shout because Megan Bayne, they've strapped a rocket to her back, and I like it. I don't know how far that goes, though, Kyle. Like, Tony, like, I don't feel like Tony's in a place to drop that belt again, but I also don't know if I want to see Megan Bayne lose already. And is it something that, like, she loses and then keeps coming until you build to the next pay-per-view or the pay-per-view after, try and tie in some long-term storytelling with this? Or is it one of those things she loses and goes by the wayside for a little while? I don't know. Bum, 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 bum. Harley Cameron and Mercedes teaming together this coming. Is that true? That's crazy. I bet it 100%. And when Brett showed up on AEW programming, they beat. Oh, Brett, we love Brett. Eric Bischoff showed up on AEW programming. Oh, we love Eric. And the minute again, their beloved podcast, Jesus, the little man in the digital car, they have turned on him completely. The number of people that are turned completely on him. He was the same guy today as he was a year ago, but now he's being more honest about the product and he's getting eaten alive. They didn't care that he was an asshole. They didn't care about the other accusations, the other, moments where he was maybe a little off color. They didn't care about that when he was saying good things about AEW. But the minute he stopped saying good things about AEW, well, here comes all the dirty laundry. All the shit we were ignoring for 2 years. Here you go. I don't like the guy, but my God. They're torching him. So again, the long list of, and it's not saying like, man, AEW sucks at all. Not at all. That's Tony with the press and the punches. It's more than that. It's not about, it's about us hoping for success. But we, as fans, as former wrestlers, as people who cover wrestling, we do see the blatant flaws. Right? Watched LFG, Gunther talking about all about the details, the minutia. You can hashtag that MDB. But hip thrust in the corner, they matter. The little details matter. We just saw a match with a lot of craziness, but if you're not selling, if it's not resonating, if you're not selling with more than just your body, but your face and your emotions and your pace, if you just take every move and bounce back up and throw every move, you're not really taking part in the art that is pro wrestling. You're doing a mimic version of the art, if that makes sense. It's like they had ex-NHLers do figure skating routines with actual figure skaters. And that's kind of what it's like. It's the hockey players pretending to be figure skaters. They're not actually figure skaters. And the figure skaters show you how it's really done. And that's what I think Bret Hart was alluding to. Is just get better. Instead of being so defensive about how bad it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Just be like, hey, you know what? That match sucked. And that whole fallacy about AEW gives us the best matches. Nice gut buster. I think are not giving WWE enough credit under Triple H that we are getting phenomenal matches a lot from WWE, even on weekly programming. And AEW might give us Will Ospreay Fletcher, but they'll also give us Colt Moxley. So way up here, way down here. We'll get Jericho Commander. You're getting some really ugly matches that don't matter. Funny that the women main evented Dynamite in the last 2 weeks, and now the first 2 matches of the night. I'm just happy they're getting in 2 matches. Storm. Planting. And it's over. Bret Heyman Hart, I love it. I love it. In 2 weeks from tonight, we'll have Dynamite, Evolve, and the opening round of the WWE ID Championship on Triller. Dude, I mean, it's insane. It's insane. The question becomes, with all this wrestling, with so much choice, option, we're so spoiled. Does that spoiled nature breed all this negative toxicity in the IWC? As Megan walking out, Tony calling her on. The hate, man. I love that. I love it. Bret Hart is like everything has to mean something in the ring. Flips don't do shit. Facts. And you can do flips. Like, you remember, like, we talked about Owen Hart and the Owen Hart Classic that's coming up. Owen loved to fly. And I know I just said that, and I didn't realize what I said until I said it. But you know what I meant. Bret was more staying on the ground. Owen would use the top turnbuckles, would use the ropes, would come and be more acrobatic. And I'm trying to dig myself out of this quick. But ultimately, it has to mean something. It has to lead to something. It has to be for something. And as much as people want to look at Brett and go, oh, Brett, this and that and the other thing. Well, a guy like Gunther is exactly like Bret Hart. You respect this. But yeah, that's where it goes for me. I got Swerve in the back. They're checking on Willow. Willow's face down on the massage table getting checked out. Renee is with Swerve and Nana. It's odd to be interviewed by the man's wife. Maybe send one of the other people. Where's MJF's girlfriend? Which is nice Nepo hire. Good job, man. Everybody, just all you got to do is get one person in the door at AEW, then you bring all your friends. Does she lose the job when they break up? That's my question. What up, Tom? How you doing? How you doing? Caps. Oh, not good, not good. Yeah, you know what I mean? My point was there. My point was there, but Brett's most aesthetic move was an elbow off the second rope. True, right? But I would argue that Brett made things like a Russian leg sweep pretty. Like when he hooked it and you knew he was going to throw that guy back, it was pretty. But we are getting, so maybe Cope Claudio is going to be the main event here tonight. Goodbye, my friend. But ladies and gentlemen, we go to a commercial break, so I will take a second to remind everybody our latest edition of Wrestling Court is out now. John Cena versus the fans, John Cena versus the people. A hell of a battle between me and Nick with Judge Anthony. This was a great one. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. Plus all our episodes of Wrestling Court. Don't forget Wing of the Ring's up there. Our old Rumble shows are up there. Our interviews. Go check out the archive. Go check out the library below. And lots of good content, but go give this one some love. Also, if you do watch the video, let us know what else needs to go on trial. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Also, don't forget, we do have Dynasty, 8 p.m. tomorrow, the preview and prediction show. It's going to be fun. Myself, Nick, and Anthony are going to get into the card. Who's going? Who's going to do what? Who's going over? How's it going to play out? It's going to be a fun one, folks. Don't miss that. And then, of course, the actual show on Sunday. We go live at 6:30 p.m. By the way, all in 3 p.m. Thank you, Tony. That's wicked. 3 p.m. is beautiful. I don't care how long or how many matches you have on the show. You go at 3 p.m., we're good. We're good. But, 6:30 p.m. Sunday, we will be here live. And then all the way up until WrestleMania. As I mentioned, next Thursday is our WrestleMania preview show. We have so much to get into. The mega stream, we are going to watch 4 shows in one night on the 17th. We got SmackDown in the Hall of Fame on the 18th. We got the WrestleMania Marathon with Stand and Deliver on the 19th. We got Night 2 of WrestleMania on the 20th. Then we're back for the Raw after Mania on the 22nd. And we just keep on rolling, folks. When we say we watch more live wrestling than anybody else out there, we actually do. We really do. It's awesome. It's awesome. But we love being here with the people. We just hit the latest milestone. I've seen us up over triple digits all night long. Cannot thank you enough. And again, be a friend, tell a friend. I need 12 people to get me to triple digits in these likes here tonight. So make sure you hit on that like button as well. If you do see those little emojis on the side, click those. They help the algorithm let people know that you're watching. So we appreciate that. But let's get back to this chat. See what y'all want me to ramble about next. It's odd to be interviewed by your... Yeah, right? I would agree with that. Moxley just drills. I said that wrong. Moxley hits Willow with the finisher. She goes down, gets hit with the paradigm shift. She's in the back seeking attention. And then here comes the man's wife. I think instinctually Swerve would start yelling at the wife. Maybe. Am I wrong? Good match. We'll get back to that. It's a weird thing to do. It really is. You think Storm is going to lose tonight to Penelope Ford? Not at all. Not at all. I don't know. Whoever voted for Penelope, thanks for coming. Wednesday, July 9th in Texas. Live Thursday, July 10th. So we're getting collisions live on Thursdays, folks. I love that. Let's go. I'm sick of Saturday nights. Starcast, Texas, Friday and Saturday. Death Before Dishonor, July 11th. Let's go. They're announcing all the things. July 12th. So on the Friday, we get see, I really wish the Ring of Honor pay-per-views weren't on a Friday. I wish you'd almost see if you could fit them in on the Sunday. The Friday's a tough show. Where is Dynasty being held this weekend? I believe it's St. Louis. I could be incorrect, though. As here comes the Hurt Syndicate. Bobby Lashley coming out to the ring with MVP. 2025. No, I lied. It's in Pennsylvania. My bad. Pennsylvania. I could almost drive there. I mean, I could actually drive there, but not in this weather. Samantha Irvin will be on AEW soon. Anthony, it's an interesting theory. I mean, again, I know she's working on some other projects, so maybe if they're not working out or they need a little bit, I don't know. I could see it being a thing, though. You got Renee in there. MJF's girlfriend's in there now. With Soraya got her brother in. It's been a very nepo company. I'm wrong, but I know she's not involved. But I mean, wouldn't you instinctually? Everybody knows they're married. It's a kind of a weird vibe of the wife of the guy that just took out your friend puts a mic in your face. I'd at least look at her and be like, what is wrong with your dude? I don't know. It's a weird thing. Yeah, I don't know. The crowd chanting for Bobby and gets interrupted by MJF right away. Interesting. So the right side of the women's bracket is Julia Hart, Mercedes. Oh, Julia's going to take an L. I can't imagine Mercedes does not win this. And Harley Cameron versus Athena sets up Mercedes Athena second round. Yeah, I can't imagine that. I think everything's going to be handed to Mercedes. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think Mercedes walks to the championship on this one. And then it creates this interesting situation of, all right, well, what do we do now? Renee needs to start catching some straight a little bit, right? Smoke, we got him. Attaboy, Maddie. Let's go. AR1, good to see ya. MJF is in the ring, folks. All in week looks good. Not going to lie. Kind of want to go. It looks wicked. I got no issue with that whole situation. Cheesecake City, Philadelphia. Let's go. Maybe 3.5 hours, actually. I could be in Philly in 2 hours. Take me Philly. I get to Pittsburgh in about 3.5, 4. Philly a little bit further, I think. A little more. Yeah, give or take. So maybe about 5 hours. No. So MJF's trying to talk. Let's go. The guy who made the Hurt Syndicate's theme song followed me on Twitter. He's in the Stoner Hall of Fame. I was honored. That is sweet. That's a guy that should be over here. We got Bobby, but no Shelton tonight. Yeah, no Shelton. No Shelton. Did he? Okay. So Bobby comes out and gets cheered, gets cut off before speaking. MJF comes out acting like a heel, but goes through a stick where the fans sing, like, play along with him. Shelton had travel issues. I guess a lot of people in AEW fly in like day of. Here's MJF. Ricochet just got married. She could be his valet. It could be. And I know they did get married, but yeah, it'd be very interesting. Let's go. Why did they pause MJF versus Hangman? That's a good question. Again, they just kind of left it there. And when they revisit it, then they'll say long-term storytelling. More Tiara. How you doing? Shelton travel issues. Facts. KJ, Buffalo to Philly is 6 hours. Okay, I get to Buffalo in an hour and a half, 45 minutes, hour 45. I can get to Buffalo in under 2 hours, depending on the day. So that's kind of cool. Nick's favorite wrestler on Evolve, Wendy Chu. Everybody got to let him know how good she's doing. Tag him out there. Tag Big Nick in clips of Wendy Chu all day long. I want everyone to blow up his DMs, all his shit. Go blow up Nick with Wendy Chu clips. The crowd is kind of quiet for this. In moments they're quiet. I think part of it, Richard, why they're quiet, and I'm going to try and catch this, but I think a big part of why they're quiet is, again, they're like cheering, booing. They're not sure what emotion to express. If that makes sense. KJ, you know what's funny? Brett versus Austin told more of a story than Owen Hart tournament this year. Oh, no. I mean, that's one of the best storytellings ever. Oh, Bobby's got a mic. Out of respect for MVP, I'm not going to leave you laying right now. I don't like you, says Bobby. What city is AEW in tonight? That's a phenomenal question. Stalling out storylines is not long-term storytelling. It's pop-up book storytelling, right? It's, oh, look, pretty picture. And you close it, and then, oh, pretty picture. You need to get out of this ring and get out of my face. Bobby towering over MJF. Let's go. Hey, that's like the happiest match ever. Wendy Chu and Kylie Ray. Oh, well, I know Wendy's been kind of dark, but MJF says, thank you for the talk. I'm going to leave because you all stink. Interesting. I live in Buffalo. You are correct. Not far. We're like neighbors almost. Whenever you see Wendy Chu, Big Nick wants to know about it. Yeah, do it. It'd make my week. Everybody send Wendy Chu merch. You do it. Bobby Lashley dressed like GTA mob boss. So basically, MJF said a bunch of shit. Oh, wait a minute. The learning tree. Why are we stacking promos? This is where they have a match now is why. So I get what they're doing here, but you almost want to let's X this part out because Shelton didn't make it. Right? Help yourself. But nonetheless, MJF says some shit. Bobby says, I don't like you. You should leave. MJF says, you're right. See you later. And that was it. As Bobby standing face to face with Bounty Hunter, but Bill steps in. This is pretty good. No Shelton. As MVP and Keith are face to face. Had enough of MJF running his mouth. Yeah, but he just got unless MJF comes running down the aisle and hits them from behind as they're watching the next match, MJF kind of made him look like a bitch. Bobby, Mike Botch, that's okay. That's a little microscopic for me. It happens all the time, guys. That one, I mean, who is in the ring? Doesn't matter. We're off and running. And Tomato Ciampa and Ronnie Gargano here getting destroyed. MVP. What's up, Hannah, by the way? Peoria, Illinois. Thank you, Wesley. Easter suits. Bobby says no again. Yeah, it's weird. But MVP has a mic. Bobby's standing watching. There's a dude in the ring poking Big Bill, which is a terrible idea. Mercedes did let Robin get hit, so I won't be too sure about that. Are we talking about the Renegade Sisters? Sup, Shutdown King, Jova. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Tony, I've been to Peoria a few times. Is this not a repeat of last week? Yeah. I mean, again, for people who are mad about Cody and Cena, that wasn't, that was definitely not this. He's a burned orange. Wendy Chu wins by submission. Let's go. Bobby is a straight behemoth. And I like Bobby, man, a few words, but straight to the point, not fucking around at all. I think that's quality from Bobby. As Big Bill gets a huge pin, it's just because he's tall. It wasn't that huge. Pinning Ronnie Gargano. Every week, their new job. Yeah, it's just, well, I mean, again, I think it's legitimately local enhancement talent. Like whatever city they're in, they're like, who do we know? Big Bill and Keith for the win. I think Mercedes wanted Robin to get hit. Do you acknowledge your learning tree? I do not, Tom. I do not acknowledge the learning tree. Big Bill's got a mic. I'm not driving 3 hours to Peoria for nothing. That segment, it was kind of a waste. The learning tree stuff, like, and it's tricky when you kind of stack. MJF stuff is kind of getting swallowed up by the tag team stuff now. Right? Like, if you do that promo, then you have this happen. Big Bill wants the tag straps. This is going to make me excited for Go Home Show Dynamite. Are you ready for this Sunday? Floyd, we are. But it looks like that might be added now. Officially, the learning tree without Jericho is not so bad. Is it me or has AEW become the morons for making Big Bill and Bad Apple look like morons? Yeah, I mean, again, you blame Jericho. You blame Jericho's ability to get what he wants from Tony Khan and the inability to look at a guy like Jericho and say, sorry, Chris, your ideas suck. And for some reason, the learning tree and Mercedes almost always go back to back, as we have Mercedes on the screen right now, don't we? It's a weird thing, folks. Check me on it. A lot of weeks, it's Jericho then Mercedes or Mercedes and Jericho. I know Jericho wasn't there, but learning tree. Oh, this is upsetting. Give me Bobby versus Big Bill. That'd be a time. I think I might have seen the Aldenova, Great White, and the Scorpion in the building a long time ago. Okay. Why would you give us jobbers TV time over your own wrestlers? Harley's here. Hashtag we want Harley. Let's go. And Harley's got the puppet. This is crazy. Learning tree ain't that bad minus Jericho, right? You get rid of Jericho and call them something else, I can get behind this. The Outlaws. I don't care what you call them. Call them something. But this without Jericho, Big Bill working the mic, it's better. I take them serious. Like them, like having that standoff with Bobby and MVP, it worked. All marks for me for that. There you go. Harley doing her thing. Is there any way they push Harley back towards that belt? I swear we better see MJF again tonight. We need answers about the Hurt Syndicate business. It's weird where the guy just says, leave. And he's like, all right. So, yeah, Harley and Mercedes versus Hart, who I didn't even know was currently back, and Athena. But here comes Will Ospreay. The star of the show, the heartbeat of AEW, the man, Will Ospreay in the house. Looks like he's dressed to wrestle. He is wrestling. Good to know. The aerial assassin. Thank you, Justin Roberts. You might want to reconsider that one. Who is Ospreay facing? Information Shrub. Information Shrub. That's funny. The Learning Tree disciples, what they will do with the Hurt Syndicate. Yeah, I don't know about that. Learning Tree. I completely agree. We want Harley. She back. Muppet Monet is back. It's the best part. The puppet more over than the wrestler. What can we say? What can we say? Does anybody know who this man is wrestling here tonight? Oh, no, that's not tonight, is it? But Will Ospreay in the ring, and if he's in this tournament, he better be winning it. Kevin Knight. This should be a hell of a match. I almost feel bad that this is like done with no build or anything. Kevin Knight, this might be like match of the week, guys. Get your votes in, but this match might be, it's 100% going to be Ospreay, but this match should cook. It's rough. Let's go. Why is Julia teaming with Athena? Yeah, I don't, again, just because. And I think this goes back to my previous conversation about some of the people that have lost their minds. It's like this, like, that will happen that will get announced tonight, and they think it's great. But then, Cody teams up with Jey Uso next week, and they're like, why are they doing that? I can't believe this is happening. Like, it's such a weird way to approach things. But Kevin Knight, Will Ospreay, I didn't realize they were going to do this match tonight. Both men bow, both men shake. Crowd. Oh, wait a minute. Christian Blake. Blake Christian. Wow. It's a tag match. My bad. That's why. Okay. They're not doing a very good job of helping me out tonight. Stupid. All right, I took the poll down, putting a new poll up. Jesus. You think if we were watching the show. Knight, Ospreay are taking on Blake Christian and Lee. Get your votes in. And why are Blake and Lee losing? How the hell? Like, I love Blake Christian, but I mean, out of nowhere, Blake is getting some actual Dynamite time. Vanilla, baby. Yeah, just see, botches are a thing. They happen. You got to just be okay with it. Kevin Knight's outstanding. The idea that, like, if Tony Khan has an opportunity to lock Kevin Knight down, and he hasn't yet, make sure he does that and use him. The tag team, the women, is exactly what WWE used to do. I agree with that. Over under 6 kickouts. Over new 6 too low. Are they related to Bobby Knight? Maybe. No. Kevin Knight is LA cousin. Yeah, they're right. It's LA Knight's cousin. Knight for the win. Will Ospreay and Knight for the win. Good first hour. Solid first hour. I didn't like the MJF segment. I really worry about how MJF is going to get back into his groove. What will it take? And I mean, you have these conflicting moments. Like I said, Bobby comes out and the fans are cheering for Bobby. Don't book the Hurt Syndicate as heels. You should be finding baby faces. You should be finding heels to fuck with the Hurt Business because the fans want to cheer for the Hurt Business. Let that happen. It's organic. It's working. MJF comes out, acts like a dick, but then does like the play along with the crowd. I'm Maxwell Jacob Freeman. The crowd starts chanting with him. So now they're cheering for both, kinda. Both are kind of heelish. I don't know. Kevin Knight is sold me on his entrance. The glasses are Bret Hart throwback, but lots of style. I like it, theater. No, Kevin Knight can go. Really, I mean, again, out of TNA into AEW, perhaps, and I mean, it's not a bad shout at all. A bunch of randos and Will Ospreay, Kevin Knight, 6 kickouts for each team, each wrestler. Yeah, exactly, Jose. Let's go. Straight edge Mikey. Julia Hart was on Collision over the weekend, feuding with Queen Aminata. Yes. So, which still, I agree with that. I still don't, A, it didn't jump out of my memory, but B, so how do we get to Athena? Oh, both men duck. Couple drop kicks. Julia, the husband's going to lose. Oh, that's right. Another couple. Ospreay got new ink. Is it another attendance number that he's going to have to change? Hart's business should go after other heels. Hurt Business. Yeah, no. Night up and over. Straight over the turnbuckle. Will, I think, went up and over as well. Cameraman didn't do his job. A promo package would have been good for Kevin Knight. Yeah, and if they showed one, I don't recall it, Floyd. Yeah, 100%. Tell us why we care. That's the biggest thing. Tell me why I should care. Julia Hart, Athena versus Harley Cameron, Mercedes Moné official for Saturday. Yes, it is. They're really giving Ospreay busy work until the Owen. Yeah, 100%. Keep him, I guess, but I'd rather use him. But that's the face of your company. Like, he's on the apron right now, amping up the fans. Like, let's go. This is the guy, not Moxley. This is your guy. You want to see your company get to the next level? Moxley, thank you for helping us get to this point. We got a couple guys that are going to take it from here. And that's why Swerve beating Moxley and then Swerve, Ospreay going it all in, that's my ticket. Greek KJ, I say it every week. MJF don't really hit the same. And every with him just feels so repetitive and forced. He needs to get his groove back. Rants, I mean, again, I struggle with it a lot because it just, like even tonight, you saw it. He doesn't have snap. He's just like he's like the kid that was the bully, but everyone kind of grew up and grew past him. So now he's trying to still be the bully, but nobody takes him serious. I'm worried. I don't know if he's lost this fan base forever or there's a way to redeem it. I mean, he's young, he's super talented, but if you have developed nothing but apathy from the crowd in your own, like in this environment, you got a problem. And anybody that saw like MJF and Hurt Syndicate tonight and said, "Oh, that cooked is so good," it wasn't. It was really weak. I know those are also the same people who don't like other stuff, so it's weird. But nonetheless, it just wasn't strong. It wasn't that good. Ospreay seems to be morphing into the Young Bucks, only working with similar style wrestlers or friends. Often, again, a very interesting point. And I do think at times that we talked about it with possibly Edge and Christian working together is when you have that kind of sway with Tony, yeah, you kind of get what you want. And again, it doesn't feel like usually in a series of matches, like he gets in a match and it's a person of a certain level, then there's another match and that person's a little better off. And it doesn't really feel like Ospreay's moved into the hierarchy of AEW's top guys. Like he still feels like he's done a lot of middle stuff. And he's super talented. Should be the face of your business. But he's just, how long has he been here now? And just floating in the middle. None of these guys were on Dynamite for the last 2 months. I'm expecting just, yeah, right? Kevin Knight is a tag team partner of Kushida. Yes, he is. Kevin Knight is absolutely great. As I am in picture, if anybody is wondering. Will Ospreay and them boys should be the name of the match. Interesting. Them boys. I don't think they're going to go through that. Modern crowds will chant anytime somebody asks them to chant. Yeah, they're kind of good like that. They're kind of Pavlovian. They're very triggered quickly of like, I hate this guy, but he just said some things that I know he's going to say them, so I'm going to say them too. I said it forever. And I think it's one thing the WWE does really good. Maybe too good sometimes. But it's that audience participation. The fans love to play along. Every opportunity you get. That's what Swerve should be. Swerve should be, as far as visual and environment and vibe, it should be just like Jey Uso. Cross body on the hot tag. Crowd on their feet. Like a dragon with a sword on Ospreay's bicep. Okay. He won't stay still. Oh, big kick. Down goes Blake. Eggman versus the wild card. Who's the wild card going to be? I thought Speedball would be in this tournament. The last Friday movie is happening. Ice Cube confirmed. Yeah, I saw that. Let's go. One of my favorite movie franchises. I think 2 and 3 are underrated. But yeah, next Friday might be my favorite of the 3, to be honest. Oh my God. Theater loving it. As we're back on the outside, Blake taking over on Ospreay. If you put Vanilla Baby with Will Ospreay and in the mid, yes, you would. I just don't know if I'm allowed to point it out. KJ, oh my God, at this point, Jay White should leave AEW. He is not in the Owen Hart tournament. What the F is going on? Jay White, I remember last January, early 2024, when all the Jay White was talking, a talk was happening. Wow. Huge counter into the cutter. Yep. Oh, the kick to the face. Again, a hell of a match. If this was a tag team division match, you're tag team division cooking. But it's just a match. Yeah, Jay White, we all talked about it. What a big coup. I can't believe Jay White's going to going to AEW. Triple H missed out. This is great. Tony got him. Okay, but what does it mean? Where does it lead to? Tony Schiavone. This is awesome. Lariat from over the top. Will Ospreay taking down Christian. Crowd is on their feet, and this is on fire right now, folks. Springboard, clothesline. Monet wins the Owens Cup and goes to All In and gets the title off Storm. And Kevin Knight gets the win. So Kevin Knight and Will Ospreay. So Kevin Knight getting that Ospreay rub tonight. You ain't never got food. That match, ham, no burger, smoky. You ain't got nothing to match. Water, no Kool-Aid, or Kool-Aid, no sugar. This match has no heat. Oh, Tony Schiavone almost botched on himself. Make him say it again. Oh, okay. So they just added, which is crazy because this could be a match of the night. I just said it because I thought they were fighting. But out of nowhere, Kevin Knight will be fighting Will Ospreay in a first-round Owen Hart tournament matchup at Dynasty. Where's all the fans? Where's the build? Where's the build? This match makes you think that Ospreay is in the tag team division, but he won't be starting next week. Yeah, again, I don't quite understand. Again, if I worked for AEW and a guy like Kevin Knight came in, I like it. I like the guy, but I would be a little kind of bothered of like, hey, coach, I've been trying to get on TV for a while now, and this guy walks in and gets a pay-per-view match with our best guy. But Kevin Knight, and this is going to be a unbelievably well done match. But we got the Ops. Samoa, Hook, and Shibata. Does anybody care? Great match. Crowd got hot at the end. Yes, they did. Fun match, but it leads to nothing. Well, now it leads to a pay-per-view match. 4-0. Pay with my money. Pay with my money. I like pay with my emotions. I'm going to pay with my emotions. You can't say Tony doesn't try to make stars at least. You trying? I mean, he put Kevin Knight over tonight. And again, a guy like Will Ospreay has no problem with a guy like Kevin Knight going over. You need other wrestlers in your company like Cope, Jericho, Mercedes, Moxley to be willing to put others over. KJ, do you have any new theories on where we'll see Josh Alexander? So, story going around, Josh Alexander has trademarked Canadian strong style, which I love. So, Canadian strong style is an official thing. But up next, Lance Archer versus Brody King. Interesting. Bum, bum, bum. That was a great match, but this is why AEW is not good. No story, no build. Just throw matches together with no meaning. They need to fix this. Straight edge Mikey, I'll call you. I agree, man. Like, this is the issue. I'm conflicted, right? As a fan, I'm torn. I don't know what way to, like, on one hand, I know this match is going to cook, right? Like I said it, I thought they were having a Dynamite match tonight, which makes a lot of sense. Will Ospreay, Kevin Knight on Dynamite. Makes sense. But here comes Kevin Knight out of nowhere, right? Like Kevin Knight getting more love than Speedball. I know Speedball is going to be in another match, but this is like, if you are on the current roster and trying to get a mix and all of a sudden like, oh, you're going to fight Ospreay 2 weeks in, again, you had an opportunity to kind of sell us on some stuff here. The saving grace ends up being the fact that Kevin Knight is an absolute stud. Will Ospreay is a perfect guy to combat him. It's going to be a babyface match. Again, you need more development. You need more character development. I don't care what anyone else says out there. And I understand that, oh, well, we're not into the cinema. We're not in the theatrics, but you do plenty of them, but you just do a lot of them poorly. People aren't paying hundreds and hundreds of dollars to watch batting practice. You might get to the park and see some batting practice, and it's kind of cool. But if the whole season was just batting practice, it's no longer cool. And that's what this feels like, is batting practice. Like two guys go do their shtick, and then they leave. But like it's when the game starts, and there's animosity and rivalry and competition and emotion. That's when we're in to any sport. Like to say we're not into cinema, like the wrestling fans out there, we're about the real wrestling, not the cinematic bullshit. I hate to break it to you. You pick a sport, basketball, baseball, hockey. It's all about the theatrics. It's all about the cinema. That's why we are diehard fans for the teams we love or the sports we love. It's the theatrics. Players come and go. Especially as you get older, you've seen 10, 11, 12, 14 different versions of your favorite team. But it's the drama, the theatrics, the history, the story. It's why I give my buddy Boston a hard time, because there's history. Other than that, you're just having matches. You're going, to have a Four Nations Cup, right? Just a bunch of friendlies. Well, yeah, people get excited if you're going to have a friendly, but if the whole season was friendlies, Do you care? Do you really care if that's the case? As we come back out of the commercial break, folks, they're adding a lot of no heat matches to Dynasty. They're probably going to watch. Meltzer will be tweeting out, oh, due to weather again. I mean, maybe we start planning out our travel a little differently. Like, hey, guys, come into town a day early, maybe. But here comes Brody King. I did not have this on my list. We still have Cope and Claudio to come. That will be in the main event spot. So we got about 40 minutes left on the clock here tonight. We'll remind everybody we are back tomorrow, 8 p.m. Preview and prediction show for Dynasty. It's going to be a hell of a show. Lots to talk about, lots to get into. Myself, Big Nick, and Anthony going to break down the card, break down the show, and go through what we think will happen. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of good old friendly AEW debate on that particular one. Dana told me that Big Snake gonna be on here. Big Worm, Big Who. I don't give a damn. Friday, Pops, KJ, let's go, let's go. First, I was like, what? Day. She be snoring while she awake. Okay, there you go. At least there was something meaningful to that match there. Now, Brian, for those who know, Lance and Brian Cage were kind of getting a little bit of love, but Brian Cage is injured. So I guess they've pivoted a little. As we got a Don Callis lookalike. Did Don Callis just tell him never to do that again with some colorful language? Don Callis not appreciating the impersonation. Me and my younger brother quote Friday all the time. Every time I'm in the kitchen. You in the kitchen? Always in the refrigerator. Dude. It's an absolute classic. Absolute classic. Why are they wrestling each other? You got to be specific, Jose. I'm behind. I'm assuming Mark, welcome. I'm assuming it was supposed to be Jay White versus Ospreay, which means Jay must be a legit injured. That is an actual interesting take. So if Knight was a pivot, like a quick pivot, okay, maybe I give a little bit of forgiveness on that. Why are they using the Owen to fill up Dynasty? I don't know. I mean, we've said this before about Tony Khan. Save some stuff for your weekly shows, right? You can't run everything on the pay-per-view. Save some stuff for Wednesday. Save some stuff for Saturdays. Is that a new tattoo on Ospreay? Yes, apparently. Can you pull up the Women's Own Heart Cup tournament, KJ? Let me see if I can do that. Let me see. Don't do this. So this match is slowing right down. Lance is kind of playing. Oh, Brody got his foot grabbed. Let me see. The crowd is chanting F Don Callis, if anybody was wondering at home. Yeah, you'll have to hold off on that, Damien, at the moment, but I'll come back around. Jay White is injured, so that might help, Jay. That might help. Again, it does explain the quick turnaround. Question for you: who is the hardest chops? Brody King, Ric Flair, Gunther? Well, let's take Flair out of the mix. Brody King, maybe. I mean, just visually, Gunther's look vicious. Maybe that's because more people sell for Gunther than do for Brody. But both men on the outside of the ring again. Tony smoking my shit. Let's go. Oh, it seems like it. Slight edge to Gunther, Ric Flair. I mean, prime Ric Flair maybe, but still not the mass of the two men that are throwing them the other way. Darby is either injured or Mount Everest. I believe he's Mount Everest. I heard that like he got hit by a bus, he no-sold it, and then went to Mount Everest. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. It's a weird thing because you set up this angle with Moxley. So if Moxley's going to hold the belt, like I know a lot of people think Ospreay, what if the wild card's Darby? Like a lot of people think Darby might be the guy. But because Darby runs his car into Moxley's car at World's End and then leaves. We don't see him. He gone. Bye. So, I mean, it's a weird thing. Tony's done this before where, oh, you can go do Everest. No, you can't do Everest. We have you in an angle, sir. This is your JOB, sir. Please do what you're supposed to do, sir. Gunther. I love Brody's entrances. Always my fave style of music, fave entrances. They're awesome. They really are awesome. They don't get enough love. Brody King should be a killer. What's up, Denisha? How you doing? Always with my earlier comment, we'd love to see future talent of AEW in TV spots like Dynamite, but to casual fans, they need to know who these wrestlers are. Absolutely. Letting the audience in on who these characters are is super important, right? Like imagine you go to a movie and they don't tell you anything about one of the main characters. It's a weird shout. You kind of got to know. You kind of got to buy into who the characters are. So educating is part of the TV process. And again, let me make it very, very clear for anybody that listens. Will Ospreay and Kevin Knight are going to do some damage. Like these two are going to have a banger. And it's going to scratch your head because you're like, okay, so this guy that's just got here and it's crazy. It's crazy. And then what happens tonight when he loses at Dynasty? We're about real wrestling. This is not real graps, bucko. What happened? He's climbing a mountain. He'll be coming around the mountain when he comes. Dynasty being filled with own matches feels crazy. Again, people talk about the builds to things. The build to mania. Well, Dynasty, we're just throwing shit at a wall here. So again, I don't like the comparable. I'm pointing out the hypocrisy. There's 7 fights for Dynasty, but TK will announce 5 more pre-show the day before, where one of them will include QT. It would not shock me at all, sir. I wish that wasn't going to be the case, but again, it definitely feels like it's going to be the case. As we come back out of commercial break, folks, it doesn't work for me. The Battle of the Behemoths raging tonight. 102 likes on the stream. I guess I should take the old poll down. We won't put a poll up for this one, but KJO here locked into this female Owen Hart tournament. I was trying to figure out if I could make that work on the fly, and I can. I just multitasking, my guy. Why is Callis getting himself heat and not Archer? The Callis thing's weird. Like, I don't like the fact that every time Callis comes out for his client, that Callis is on commentary. Doesn't help. You should be actively helping your heel be a heel. Did Shockwave get the boot? Right. Shockwave. Kevin Knight, yeah. To be honest, it feels like Tony Khan is holding Will Ospreay back. Why is he not at the top of the effing card? Again, I've been saying this for a long time. I think AEW has so much talent, and this is where I get mad at the people who are like, you should be giving us more. You should be giving us more. And that's what it is like, just move things around. You're killing time with Moxley as a champ, and it's not over. It's not working. Be brave enough to pivot. Be brave enough to go, holy shit, Wow, big crossbody by Archer. Down goes Brody. This show has been boring. Not all of it. I thought the first hour was pretty good. I don't care about this match at all, and either do the crowd in the building. I've learned that TK doesn't know how to write a character off. That's, kid, you're reading my mind, buddy. That's exactly what I mean, is that's where we're getting a lot of that issue, is that they're not willing to get, once they've locked in, like, we're going to do this, I think Tony needs to do a better job listening to the fan base. And I'm not saying let the fans dictate what you do booking wise, but if you know the fans really want something, as a as a producer, you then, or as the writer or the head of creative, you have the option, oh, the fans really want this? Well, I can either use this as a carrot on a stick, right? I can use it as the carrot, or I could use it as a stick. What direction do I want to go with this? Right? Do I want to give the fans what they want, or do I want them to be invested in the chase to get what they want? It's valuable information. Listen to the fans that paid the tickets. Even the fans in the building, right? They will tell you what they like. When they are all sitting down whispering to each other during a Moxley segment, that's an issue. When they're on their tippy toes losing their goddamn mind for Will Ospreay and anything he says, pay attention. You got to push the right people, and you got to be able to pivot and change and grow. And I feel like, I think that's one of the things we're stuck on with AEW, is it's been 5 years of a lot of the same. So Kevin Knight, Speedball, Josh Alexander, if he comes in, the Hurt Syndicate just showed up. Could this be a wave of new vibe, new feeling, new energy? I hope. Dynasty is such a bad build. Tony's not known for his builds, but we let him off the hook. A lot of fans will say that. Well, it's not about that. It's about the matches. When we get to the matches, they'll be good. And he's right. I hate it, but it's true. But Brody gets the win. Brody with a rare W. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Jonathan Gresham, official for Bloodsport. Banging. That Bloodsport 13 card is stacked. Stacked, Damien. And we will be here live for it. We're going to be here live on a Thursday night, 4 shows in the same night. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be chaos. We're going to do our best to keep up with all of it. But that Bloodsport card is stacked, Damien. KJ, what I find funny, how these wrestlers today get a free day off, where back then you would get no days off, blood, sweat, and tears. Daryl, it's more than that, though. And you've heard, like, other wrestlers reference it. Punk referenced it in his infamous interview with Hawani, of, like, some guys want to come in, do a match, do all their vignettes, and not come back for a month. Think about it. Some of these wrestlers that are under the contract of AEW and Tony Khan are working once every 3 months, once every 6 months, here and there. Because sometimes we'll see them at a pay-per-view, and then you won't see them again for a month. It's really funny, the dynamic where, guys like John Cena or Roman Reigns or others, even a Cody, he's not defending the title enough. But there are massive amounts of people currently being employed by AEW. Oh, so Mercedes Julia Hart's going to be on Dynasty? They've been saying Darby is coming back in the spring, maybe April or May. Also, Eddie Kingston coming back in June after leg. Eddie's been funny. I like Eddie because he's playing with people's emotions, right? Like, Eddie's like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. And it gets reactions. I love Eddie Kingston. I just hope, I don't know what Eddie Kingston, at Eddie's age, at Eddie's physical shape, and I'm not knocking the guy. He's a big dude, nothing but love, bro. But I get it. I mean, as you get older and you're heavier, coming back from things like a broken leg are tough. You don't necessarily, he wasn't the most limber guy to begin with. I wish nothing but great things for Eddie. I think Eddie should be the head of a faction. And when Eddie wrestles, it's a rare thing, but his faction does a lot of his work for him. Bring him back as the Mad King. Run amok. Show Moxley how to take over a company. That match was slow but good. Match was okay, a little bit on the slow side, but not invested in it in any way, shape, or form. If you broke your leg, would you still go to work? Work, LOL, or a football game? Yeah, right. No. Bum, bum, bum. This match killed. Somebody had a comment I wanted to read. Now, where'd it go? You guys are awesome, by the way. Keep the chat coming. We got over 100 people with us here tonight. Over 100 likes on the chat, on the stream, sorry. So we appreciate that as well. Make sure you be a friend, tell a friend. Take this link, share everywhere you know. We just hit another milestone as we passed 6.7K. We want to hit 10K in and around WrestleMania. So be a friend, help us out. And we want to blow up those Mania streams. The mega stream on Thursday, the Hall of Fame stream Friday, the Marathon Night 1 and the Marathon Night 2. We want them to be insane. But we also want this Sunday, our AEW Dynasty Marathon. We start at 6:30. We don't know when we're going to go home. It's probably going to be 4.5 hours plus. 4.5 hours would be swell, but I think we're going 5 or 6. So be a friend, tell a friend. Help us continue to grow. We appreciate all the love. And again, folks, we just watch more live wrestling than anybody else out there, plus our original content. Plus, we're always working on bringing in new stuff. And again, we look kind of pretty while we do it. And you know that because you'll see some people out there trying to do what we do, but they can't do what we do. Archer is underutilized. I love Archer. It's a weird thing to yell out loud, right? I really like Archer. I think they could have done something with Archer. Archer got hurt. When he came back, they made a big deal about it. Then he went away. Again, Archer, Hobbs. There's just a slew of people floating in the abyss. Dynasty's bad build. It's not my favorite. I have learned, got that one. There was really a fucking message I wanted to click on. Dun, 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 dun. We are back in a commercial break. To be fair, KJ, anything with Canadian in the name. I'm not even sure what you're referencing anymore, but I'll take your word for it. Your best wrestlers shouldn't be in meaningless programs. They shouldn't be in meaningless programs, and they shouldn't be overdone in meaningless matches. Every once in a while, you can, like I said, we've seen like Cody versus Carmelo Hayes gets thrown at us randomly, put Cody in the ring, give Carmelo a little bit of a rub. That, okay, fine. So Ospreay, Kevin Knight, you do that little thing, then he beats Kevin Knight. I can live with that. It's when it's constant. Next week, Lee Johnson. The week after, Leo Rush. Like, this is the best guy in your company. You know, like in back in the day, you had guys like Austin wouldn't get out of bed for that shit. Are you kidding me? Hey, Steve, you're going to be taking on. No, the fuck I ain't. Brody King versus Takeshita. That's going to be an absolute banger, Damian. Is that also on Dynasty? Because I'm getting a little fed up with that idea. Jay White is injured. Yes, thank you. Friday is the best out of the franchise, and you know this, man. Love that franchise. I like it. Pimp down. How is Kevin Knight in the Owen? He lost on Collision to Jay in his debut. So the rumor is that Jay White's hurt and Kevin's stepping in. But again, I would argue, what if you're a Lance Archer or Brody's in? What if you're one of these other names out there? Hobbs. Is Hobbs in the tournament? Like, it makes you wonder of like, why Knight? Why Kevin Knight? But I mean, the match is going to be insane. Also, another comment. I think I got that one. I love Brody. So the crowd is trying to sing. It's not quite the same. Got that one. Let me go. I'm catching up. Just stumbled upon this channel. Love the discussion going on and look forward to joining your future streams. Marty, we welcome you and we appreciate it. Thank you for being here. And again, we got so much going on. Myself, Anthony, and Big Nick, all three hosts will be here tomorrow night to go through your AEW Dynasty card, your preview and predictions. It's going to be a fun one. And again, we do appreciate everyone coming into the fold and the new members. It's always nice to see the new faces kicking around and loving watching this channel grow and grow and grow and grow. We're still young. We're just a puppy. I'm running low on vitamins. I know we're getting there. We're almost at the end. Hold tight. We can make it. Archer, you mean Priest McIntyre? Too funny. Let's go. Need a heel Darby. I don't know if that works, though. To me, one of the issues, Anthony, I have is there's too many little guys in AEW acting badass. Like Jack Perry acts like a badass instead of a chicken shit. And if Jack Perry acted like a badass in real life, he'd get the shit smacked out of him real quick. We saw it, right? Like he's not intimidating anybody. So if Darby's going to be a heel, he'd have to be like a sneaky, devious, watch your back type of heel, but never a straight on attack because most of the guys he's fighting are going to beat the shit out of him. I guess I should put a poll up. We are in the main event, ladies and gentlemen. The ding ding is gone. No ding ding. As we got Cope and Claudio, the bell's ringing now, but I will still put a poll in the chat. Of course, I was rambling and slipped my mind. Let's go. 5-0. Athena, team with Julia. Again, we see it with both companies. Dawson is at times heading into a pay-per-view. They'll kind of lump people together. Not my favorite, but everybody kind of does it. It's a way to kind of get all the, like a handful of the participants together. So not a lot of rhyme and reason as far as a rivalry or an issue or anything like that. I'm a little more surprised that Athena got put in this tournament, but I didn't expect Mercedes to be in this tournament. And now I feel a little sick to my stomach because I think Mercedes is going to win the Owen, and it will be another belt, another thing to brag about. But we are on the outside of the ring again. Claudio, Cope. I beg these people, spend a little more time in the ring. Just a little more time in the ring. Is there a package this year to watch all the WrestleMania week indie shows? There is not, to my knowledge. I know some of the companies have packaged a couple of their shows together, but I haven't seen anything where, like, I mean, if you're a Triller member, you do get some of that stuff free or part of the membership anyway. Hashtag not sponsored. Claudio knocked off the apron onto the guardrail. So, yeah, I mean, again, but we will be here watching as much as we can. Cope for the win. Hobbs is not in the tournament. Thank you. Again, if you've been chomping at the bit for a long time, Hook's a big deal, not in the tournament. Samoa Joe, not in the tournament. Like, there are names out there that would love that to be in that spot, even if it is a first round loss. But Kevin Knight's going to cook. So I'm fucked. Also just subbed. We appreciate it, Mikey. We're nothing but family here. We are the Wrestling Utopia. We are the WFU. We are the Wrestling Fans United. And again, the IWC's lost its mind, and we are the place where you can come and find some like-mindedness. I like how I said that. I don't care. I feel like the crowd doesn't know the word. It was right. Did they seem shaky, Anthony? The overseas crowd had it. Cope for the win. I'm kind of tired of AEW fans trying to make Singing Edge seem. I don't mind them trying, but it's not going well. They're not the most coordinated group. About damn time. Heel KJ White. Let's go. What if what the fuck is the jacket? It's Death Rider Apparel 101. Nobody wins this match. All right. What does the chat actually say? 54 for Cope, 36 for Claudio. Nobody getting 12. Yeah, I don't know what we do here, right? Because now you're building to a trios match. And I mean, if I kind of wanted the trios match to feel important, every other member of the trios teams would be out at ringside right now. Pac and Yuta, and then Dax and Wheeler. If they were going to try and make us excited for a trios title match, which we didn't even know they were still in existence, but have all the men at the ringside, right? And you have those moments. Edge gets thrown on one side. There's a confrontation, like, oh, whoa. Claudio gets thrown out the other side. Whoa. And then it eventually leads to a melee, whether it leads to the finish or the match just gets kerfuffled altogether. That's what I'd be doing with this match. 2-2-2. And I'll be honest, I haven't liked a whole lot of Cope's matches as of late. What would it take you to stop streaming AEW if it's that terrible? I mean, that's a good question. I don't think I'll ever stop streaming AEW. This is why I started doing this was AEW. So it's big spear to the floor. Claudio and Cope down. Again, I mean, a lot of times for me, I might not love what they're doing or how they're doing it, but it's kind of like a car crash where it's chaotic enough that I'm not bored. Like this tonight, I didn't hate Dynamite tonight. I didn't really go into a rager. I didn't have a moment of like, what the fuck? This was a very flat go home show. Like just very kind of not a whole lot of peaks and valleys. Just we kind of got through it, didn't we? Cope doesn't lie down for nobody. Yeah, Cope Hogan has become a thing, hasn't it, Jay? Right? Thanks to Cope, we have a new North American champion on NXT. People, again, my love of, like, I said this online today of when AEW's kicking the shit out of NXT, it's a big win. We're beating the Fed. When NXT's kicking the shit out of AEW, it's bullshit. It's bullshit developmental. You can't have it both ways. And even if it is bullshit developmental, it's beating you. And then there's this whole thing about the max numbers, which at this point, I don't know how far I need to go into that. Again, just check your sources. When a guy sources a chat that's run by the Wrestling Observer, I mean, yeah, it kind of smells like shit, don't it? How many belts they're going to give Mercedes? 5 or 6? How many can they give her? I think at one point, Anthony, what we need to do at this point is completely double down, triple down, quadruple down, go all in with Mercedes and get her to the point where she's coming out with a wheelbarrow full of belts. Maybe she has like she has a concierge or a manager or somebody like a Luther that could wheel out all her belts in a wheelbarrow. Fuck it. Give her all the belts. Give her all the belts. I forgot Dynasty was happening. Yeah, some people have said that. But Misfit, good to see you. Good to see is this Cope? It's a cap on Cope. Is this Cope or X-Pac? I couldn't tell. That's actually kind of funny. Pac is like deadbeat parent. He only comes around when it's convenient. Facts. I love Pac. I was so happy that Pac, whatever, one Pac. But at the end of the day, he's been so inconsistent in the 5-6 years he's been with AEW. You can't get behind him. And now he's kind of going through what MJF is going through, where when he came back before and he would do one of those creepy vignettes, it didn't hit the same because we're like, you're just going to leave. Then they stuck him in the faction. And again, he comes and goes when he wants. So like, he gets a surprise pop every 3 weeks. Every time we see him, we're surprised. Oh, shit, Pac. Oh, whoa. But we are in picture, folks. Again, consistency is king in every bit of this. People have been streaming through years of crap from WWE, but people still do it. We love wrestling. I mean, again, when I started doing this, WWE was in the late days of Vince. They were in the process of launching NXT 2.0. We all know what kind of fucking mess that was. Bruce and Vince had no clue what the fuck was going on in the world. They were on their own little world, too busy chasing interns around the building opposed to trying to run a company properly. The writing was awful. I sat through so many god awful Raws, the 3-hour horrible Raws. Breaking news, official for Dynasty. The Hurt Syndicate versus the Learning Tree. I'm okay with this. Leave Jericho at home. But, yeah, I mean, we went through those days, and then, the whole CM Punk thing happens kind of in and around this whole renaissance for WWE and Vince being pushed out. And I know a lot of fans get hung up on the past, but right now, present day and the future looks real bright, real fun. And day in and day out, we love covering these shows. Like we said, the wrestling might suck. We never do. And it's the conversation. I live for this, the banter, the back and forth. I like when people have a difference of opinion. We can work it out or at least yell at each other about it. I mean, it's good times. But Claudio and Edge up to the top. And you guys can always tell when the show doesn't have my attention the way it should because I start talking to you guys even more. We got a bit of a bulldog from the top. Brave move from Cope, being that he broke his leg last time he came out of the sky. This show failed to get me excited for Dynasty. This show didn't really do much. It was very vanilla. I got Dynasty. I forgot Dynasty was happening. And then you could throw back Wahoo did have a great job. Did someone say Wahoo Matthews or McDaniels? Wahoo. Oh, well, I'll take your word for it. Where's Anthony? Oh, Wahoo. There you go. Okay. She had Camille, then fired her. Camille, we're not quite sure. Let's go. Do what MDB says. As we are going swinging. 8, 9, and down he goes. Apparently, Camille's still kicking around, but yes, please subscribe, hit that button, click those reaction buttons, comment on our videos, follow all our socials, check out our Discord. We got so much going on here at the Wrestling for Life Network. Pac had issues with visas, injuries, the traveling, and again, I love the fact that Tony Khan's such a nice guy, that he has wrestlers that can fly back and forth from the UK to the US, but we've seen it hinder some stuff. I think there's a line. I think Tony might have went too far the opposite way, where you talked about the days of just the grind of wrestling. Tony might have taken that to the extreme of like, wrestle when you want, wrestle who you want. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Don't worry. You want to go climb a mountain? We'll book something else till you get back. Neville ain't shit, says Anthony. Yeah, the man that Gravity forgot, also the man that Tony Khan seems to forget at times. Nice to see Athena on Dynamite. Dude, it's crazy. We've been talking about this for weeks and weeks and weeks. Where is Athena? Why is Athena the Ring of Honor champion that never gets to be on the big show? It's good news. I like it. Pac always had issues of some kind. I mean, again, not everything's his fault. I'm not putting all the blame on him. As a fan, I just can't get into him. Imagine your favorite show did 2 episodes every 4 months. Really hard to be a cliffhanger, you know? Late stage Vince booking was terrible. It was terrible. It was terrible. Dip Butts Kiss. Haven't seen you in a while. Am I in before Mox nails and yeah, you are tonight. As we're getting the crowd's kind of lukewarm. Would you guys agree with that? The crowd's not saying too much. KJ, will you flip if Bandito pull a cane this Sunday if he loses the mask? I mean, again, it's crazy. This match shouldn't be on Dynasty, to be honest with you, Dawson. I probably will flip my shit if Jericho beats Bandito. Just stop it. Let it go. Jericho is not helping get you a streaming deal. Jericho is not helping you do anything. You put a champion on the show that they are on, that will help sell the show. If Jericho wants to be Ring of Honor champion, fine. But I don't want to see him on Wednesdays anymore. But whatever. Yeah, the match is very flat. I don't care. I mean, I don't like the Death Rider stuff. I don't like Moxley and what he's doing. And Edge kind of by proxy, I don't like this. Facts. Let's go. Yeah, it's bullshit. I think you meant Ray, not Kane. No, I think like the Kane masking. Looking for the best thing about Pac AEW run is him doing press conference in his ring gear. It's my favorite. The guy, I mean, again, it's just he's always in ring gear. Are you ready to see Ray Phoenix WWE debut on Friday? Mason, great question. Friday is going to be fun. For those who don't know, Friday is back to normal time. We are live at 7:30 p.m. That's right, folks. We are the pre-show to your SmackDown. We will be here at 7:30 p.m. on Friday. Punk will be in Chicago on Friday, if that's not enough of a reason to tune in. But Ray Phoenix making his debut. And again, I think smart by the WWE, what they've done. You have Penta got a head start. Thanks to, business and politics, it happens. Penta's kind of mixed up in the IC title picture. So instead of delaying Ray showing up, you debut him on SmackDown. Let him get familiar with the fans. They've already told us he's part of the Lucha Brothers. They already told us he's related to Ray, to Penta. We will get there. I like this. I think I was surprised by this decision, but pleasantly surprised by their choice. And Ray can go. I'm a big fan of the Lucha Brothers. One of the big reasons I couldn't wait for AEW to kick off was the Lucha Brothers. So to see this come to this point, super stoked, super proud of both of them. As a fan, I'm pumped. Big boo! Down goes Claudio off the springboard. This match is flatter than Charlotte Flair's Snow Angel. Facts. That's definitely facts. Tony better have our money by 10 o'clock, not 10:36. Right. This match is meh. I got that one. Swerve Strickland calling out Moxley in the segment main event. No. Oh, Mox grabs the rope. Cope grabs the rope. Penta might win the IC belt. He might. 2. Collision looks better than Dynamite. There's been some collisions that have been better than the Dynamite in recent memory. So, again, I think it's up to Tony to make us care about a Collision more. I don't feel like they do enough to make Collision matter. And Saturdays is a struggle. I mean, if they're going to try Wednesday, Thursdays, I mean, it's a bit bold, but TNA fans are going to be annoyed. Copeland matches just don't do it for me. They don't. And this is what the WWE knew, and I think the people don't realize that. Cope said, I want to be more than a legend. I don't want to be on a Legends deal. I want to wrestle consistent. And WWE said, you aren't going to be able to do that here. And Tony was willing to let him do that. Edge with a low blow. The baby face. Jericho. That might be my next t-shirt, bro. Hashtag Jericho. He's just stale. And again, I love Edge. Toronto boy. I mean, he has a great career. But it's one of those guys that it's Jordan on the Wizards. It don't work, brother. We need to come up with plan B. And you're standing in the way of some younger talent. You really are. Spear. I think we might get Phoenix Andrade. That's what they're ruminating. But 1, 2, 3, folks. It's over. I mean, it was better than Orange Cassidy and Chichero. So I guess we're not getting Swerve and Mox tonight. I hope not. Are we going to do it in the overrun? Too many finishers without finishing matches. I agree. Do you know what I think is a lost art chair at times? It's doing a finisher and having a reason why it didn't finish the match. So often they just hit a finisher, go for the pin, 1, 2, kick out. Oh my God. But a lot of times, especially going back, I hate to be that guy, it was a lot of like, he hit his move, but he was too dazed to get the cover. Or he didn't hook the leg. You had JR say that shit all the time. Oh, he didn't hook the leg. He's exhausted. That's the stuff that's missing of, if you're going to kick out of a finisher, give me a reason why. Can't wait for you guys. AEW Dynasty predictions live stream tomorrow. Mason, I think somebody asked what time it's going to be. It's 8 p.m. Oh, we're in the back. Swerve and Nana are fighting. See, now he calls out the fact that it's her husband. So you should have done that earlier. In all due respect, I'm looking for your husband. A, you should have been doing that already. Where have you been? B, you could have got him earlier. Why didn't you? C, why did you just realize they're married now? And Paige is here. What? Is Paige, true question for everybody listening, is Adam Hangman Page the latest motherfucker to every single show? Always. When was the last time Adam Page made it to a Dynamite on time? This motherfucker always walking through the door at 10 o'clock. I know. And he's off. If you ever, anyone out there, I'm going to throw a little Canada at you. If you haven't seen it, go look it up. Oh, there they are! Pac in his wrestling gear. Marina kicking security. Swerve getting mugged. They were in that weird closet the whole time. Dun, dun, dun. Go look up Letterkenny. The main character in Letterkenny reminds me of Adam Page. Like the way Adam Page was just behaving, that's the vibe he gives me. Let's go now. All right, then. See you later. How you doing now? So in the, we got an overrun tonight, and it involves Swerve taking another beating. Camila signed AEW still. Last match, she lost to Statlander October 2024. And then last time on TV, she was attacked, possibly Monet after the split. Also good match, but Edge should win. Edge should have won under the circumstance. Now, Edge has beef with the Death Riders. Edge and FTR should be out here. Right? The trio champions are here. It's the go home show. You can sell me on 2 matches at the same time. Edge was just there. Would he go home? There you go, Rance. There you go, Rance. So it's just the little details, guys. The crowd is quiet. The crowd's not cheering. Like we watched Gunther beat down Jimmy on Monday, and it was that awe, that you could feel the energy in the building. But FTR should be here. Copeland should be here. Their Dynasty opponents are right there. Tell me I'm wrong. Marina in a sling. Oh, they got glass. Real glass, says Tony Schiavone. Hilarious. Chaos at the end, LOL. Hey, throw all the stories together at the end. Yeah, last minute. I don't love it. And Swerve getting dropped in glass for no reason. Like, save this for the fucking pay-per-view. And now the crowds are, holy shit, best match ever. The best show ever. Someone got dropped in glass. We love it. Yeah, it's not good. Not good. And I don't like things not making sense. Edge just beat Claudio. Did Edge go home? So Swerve's got glass in his back, so giddy up for Sunday. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Sunday, there is no stip. Is there a stip on Sunday between Moxley and Swerve? Let me know. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of Dynamite, I think. Nothing else could happen, right? That is the end of Dynamite. Every single show, we take a prediction on every single match. We take a rating out of 10 at the end of every single night. And you let me know. What did you like? What didn't you like? What was your rating out of 10 tonight? But Swerve is getting up. The Death Riders are making ugly faces. I feel like they went off the air early, and we're just killing fucking minutes here. This is so awkward as far as an end of the show. This Moxley stuff sucks so bad. It sucks all the bag. All of the bag. It is garbage. Was that No, we're good. And again, you have your trios champions who have a match on Sunday, have their challengers help Swerve in that moment of solidarity. Simple. So again, I like tonight. I didn't hate tonight. I thought most of it was pretty good, actually. Again, good energy, good vibe, good flow for a lot of it. Some stuff. We got into a lot of occasions where I did not care. I was not committed or invested. Lance Archer, Brody had a pretty good match. Didn't much care what happened. The overrun, again, it just wasn't necessary. Rio Glass, first blood match. Yeah, Moxley loses a first blood match on the way to the ring. Texas death match, perhaps. I'm just wondering if they've called anything. Because if you do a glass spot on the go-home show and then have to have a one-on-one, no-stip match on the pay-per-view, that is called dumb. That is called ass backwards. That's my question. Rio Glass. Hey, Punk, right? Swerve is winning on Sunday. Might be now. Texas death match, probably. It hasn't been announced for that, has it? Swerve is a zombie, I guess. That's you see Moxley? I can't believe he's getting up. I can't believe it. 5. Member, 3 years. This glass feud with the companies it's insane. Like I said, I don't want to be a hypocrite, AB, because I like the pettiness. I like the little jabs at each other. But my God, beating something to death. 6.5. Where's the blood? No blood. Swerve making an angry face and Moxley making I told you, Moxley spent way too much time since being this Death Rider badass, like frightened and biting his nails. And oh my God, like the Moxley stuff sucks. 6 out of 10. Thank you, Richard. Surprise, Moxley didn't take the glass and stab him right. Hold tight. We got a pay-per-view to go to. This guy got that. That's too funny. Hangman will help Swerve on Sunday. So random, but I kind of get that vibe. But, like, I mean, out of mutual respect, I know I burnt your house down, but I fucking hate those guys. All right, okay. 6.5 out of 10. Swerve on his own. I really think you missed a chance to have. We don't give anybody really give a shit about the trios match, the trios title match at Dynasty. I don't think the match is going to suck. But you help get me excited for it if they come out tonight and run off the Death Riders. They don't have to get in. They could brawl if you want them to brawl. But a big 8-man brawl to go off the air would have been better than a glass spot. The great A Chase, he got one. So he's down to 3. Thank you for that, Brandon. Misfits, and people tried to argue with RVD. Again, I'm not going to get into this because I want to go to bed. But RVD, my God, he got ripped all last week. This week, Bret Hart. Who's next week? It is constant. And the nucleus of that tribalistic fan base, it's unlike anything. To me, that group, that tribalistic group of the fan base, I think that's what's turning me on AEW more than anything else. Not the shows, not Tony Khan. I can tolerate the silliness. I can, hit the vitamins and just let my imagination roam through a 2-hour show. But the fans, that core is just so toxic that I'm like, I don't know. I don't get it. They're fighting with each other. They're mad at everything. But that's why we are the WFU, I suppose. 5 out of 10. Oh, my God, this doesn't look scripted or nothing, right? It looks confused. It looked like they didn't know what to do to kill the last couple minutes. There was a better use of that time. That's my only argument. That glass spot meant nothing. And if you don't have a stip on Sunday's match, it's fucking stupid. 7.5 out of 10. I wonder with the glass spot might bring back Jack Perry. Well, again, where's Jack? Where are the Bucks? It is now April. No Bucks. 2.4 out of 10. I think that's a little low for me, Tom. Swerve, Mox, I Quit match. Again, has that been announced? Is that a thing? Let me double check before I say goodnight to everybody because it's bugging me. Bump, 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 bump. No, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, no, just straight up world title match. So as it stands right now, you just did a glass spot for a no stip match. Interesting. Not my first choice. 5 out of 10, 7 out of 10. I can see Paige helping Swerve win, but then in return, Swerve gives Paige the title match. Perhaps. I would be in for that. I want the belt away from Moxley. I think Moxley is hurting AEW. I think Moxley is a problem for AEW. Moxley is like the big fucking boulder that Homer had to climb up the hill to be a stone cutter. If you get that, you can be my friend. All right, man. Have a good night. Good night. Thank you for being here, Mikey. Welcome to the family. Crazy how it's night and day. Second hour was random 20-second pop-up from Hangman. I mean, again, Hangman always fucking late for work. Always late for work. The ops will be a Dynasty. What do they do? Who cares? I'll be honest with you, Damian. The ops don't work for me. People were mad. No, last time we seen Samoa Joe, he was in a raincoat. Now look at him. Yeah, I'd rather have him in the raincoat. I'll be honest. Hangman helping Swerve goes against the entire point of the feud. Misfit, I'm kind of with you on that, but I'm getting this vibe that they might do it, and they've done it before. They did it with Statlander and Willow of like, never mind. Uber talk to fan base who never thinks they're wrong. It's fucking nuts, and they don't like completely forget previous conversations or things that like again, it's nuts. I'm not gonna stay here and beat them up all night long. Decent show tonight, 6 out of 10. Steve, I'm with you. 6 out of 10, 6.5 maybe. Didn't overly push the needle. I'm not, wow, lightning, a lot of it. Didn't really push the needle on like a whole lot of like, oh my God, Dynasty, this is gonna be so cool that they did this. Again, the glass spot's a wasted spot. Stupid, silly. It does not mean anything. There were other things you could have done here tonight, but it wasn't boring. It went pretty quick. 6 seems fair. It's like a C. I'll give him a C. 6.5 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10. Giving you a stipulation. Yeah, I appreciate that. This match, like, you kind of need it. Who keeps the Martians under wraps, right? Don't even know how to answer that. Mox and Brock Lesnar, 2.5. Samoa Joe could be doing so much more. Bret Hart was 100% right. Bret Hart is the MVP of Dynamite tonight. I'm in a tornado warning in Indiana. T's and P's odds. But on that note, I will let everyone say goodnight as, yeah, we are experiencing some lightning in this winter storm. The world is a crazy place, folks. Don't forget, tomorrow we are back, 8 p.m., Dynasty preview and predictions, Friday SmackDown, and then, of course, the regular time for SmackDown, 7:30, going live from Chicago, and then back at it, Dynasty Sunday, a marathon stream before all the marathons and all the fun stuff of April. And make sure you check out all our socials, click the little bell, like, share, subscribe. The nicest thing you guys can do out there is share the Wrestling for Life with everybody and anybody you know. But ladies and gentlemen, that was Dynamite. That was the go home. We are getting ready for Dynasty. On behalf of Big Nick, on behalf of Anthony, I am KJ White. Have a good night, and I will see you on the flip side. Bye.